108.1.
Oh, good evening. I know it's the top of the 8 o'clock hour, but I had to get in. This is the Headline Eye with your host, Larry H. Gardner. The A stands for hell no, I don't support a recall. So I'm gonna stand 10 toes, 10 fingers down on that right about that time. So the thing about it is that you are listening to WNRV 108.1.com. Nerve DJs will begin on your nerves. Also, speaking of getting on the nerve, I gotta say something about the current occupant at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, aka President Trump, aka Orange Man, aka Orange Demon. Now, the thing about it is, like, he posted something on his True Social talking about there was a picture of him portraying himself as Jesus. And even some of his strongest MAGA supporters, hopefully they seen the light, saying that is blasphemy to portray yourself as the son of man. But here's what happened. He said that he was posted it because he is a healer. He is a doctor or something on that. Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. I'm not buying anything else like that. I would like to shout out to the creative meetups that was here yesterday at Nerve DJs. And everybody that came out. I had to leave a little bit early because I had to make some comments at City Hall about the recall against Mayor Justin Bibb. I am against it. And I made my comments saying who's next and everything else like that. To anybody that felt offended about the felon comment, I was talking about the current occupant at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't support a recall of Justin Bibb. I do support an impeachment of President Trump. And the Democrats filed that last week. Hopefully that with all this stuff going on gets in there. And I also mentioned that the reason why there should be no recall is because we have a primary coming up on May 5th. Early voting has already started at the Board of Elections. Make sure that you go down there and early vote. And also, again, the primary is May 5th. We have a candidate in here at this particular point in time. So, without further ado, let me get off my little soapbox, because of the simple fact of the matter is, whoever have a problem with it, whoever have a problem with me saying that I do not want this recall, you can call Mr. Larry H. Gardner at 216-556-4836. 216-556-4836. And if you know, you know. All right? So, Human T-Rex on the ones and twos right about now. So, let's get this underway. Please welcome. I'm going to say this. I've known this young lady for a while, and the thing about it is like she is a woman of the people. And again, we're going to be kicking it off tonight with Groove Thing, because she's grooving all the way to this primary, and she is running for state rep, District 20. Please welcome my good friend, Mrs. Charlotte Perkins in the building. Charlotte is in the building. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good tonight.
I see that you've been running and running and running.
Yes, I have.
So, all right. So, unfortunately, that you were here last and you ran for council person, and didn't you made it to the final stretch, but didn't cross the finish line. So what made you want to run for state rep this time?
What made me want to run for state rep is because I want to help promote change. I want to help with legislature. I want to do policies. If I can bring resources here in our communities, then I've done my job. And that is one of the reasons why I'm running for state rep, District 20.
Okay. And what does District 20 cover for those who don't know?
District 20 covers 92 precincts in the city of Cleveland. There are 2 wards on the west side. We cover all of wards 5, 8, and 9. A little bit of Collinwood. Let me see. Blaine's ward, Councilwoman Gray's ward. We're all over. We're in 2, 3, 4, 6, and 10. And Bracknell.
Wow.
A piece of Bracknell.
That's like 120, 130,000 folks?
Something like that, but I know that it's 92 precincts.
Okay.
And we're all over.
You're all over.
It's huge.
Very huge.
Because of redistricting too.
So the thing is that the organizations, so you belong to a lot of organizations. What organizations you belong to? I
am a member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Nu Theta Zeta chapter.
Hey.
I'm also a member of Top Ladies.
Hey.
We take care of elderly people, and top teens. I'm a board member of Bessie's Angels.
Hey.
We help young ladies who have aged out of foster care. We provide housing and just day-to-day living. Also, I'm on the Huff Community Land Trust. I'm a board member there. The Huff Community Land Trust, our goal is to purchase land in the Huff area so that when developers come, they can lease the land from us, and then we can put back community benefits into our neighborhood.
Okay.
I am a life member of NAACP and National Council of Negro Women.
Wow. Oh, y'all, all those organizations, and of course, you are backed. And the thing about it is, what about your endorsements for this race?
I have the pastors, a group of pastors who are definitely endorsing me.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes.
So the thing about it is like you have a lot of backup this time. Yes. What did you learn from the last race to this one?
That you have to be out there every day. You have to walk the streets. You have to bust your butt. And that's what I've learned, and I'm still doing it now. I did learn quite a few things from the last election, but that's just a couple of things that I've learned, that you really have to walk the streets.
Okay.
And I did that, but you have to continue. And it's this district is so huge, it's unbelievable.
Okay. So when you win, what do you want to bring to the State House? What is your first priority?
My first priority, the gun laws in the state of Ohio are terrible. Mm-hmm. So I want to do something concerning the gun laws. I also would like to bring resources here for our elderly. We need to make sure that we have facilities for our elderly, and if they don't want to go into a facility, we need to also make it so that they can have help at home. And we don't have that. We don't have enough of it. It's not affordable. And because I know that eventually we're going to all get there one day, and we need to take care of our elderly, because I think some of them feel that we've forgotten about them. I also want to make sure that our juvenile delinquency rate, every child that commits a crime doesn't have to go into the system. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a different They have a different life, different reason, whatever. But we need to look at each one of those because we don't want them to continue in that vicious cycle. So every case needs to be looked at differently because people have trauma. Some kids don't have anything to eat. Parents need to become more involved with their children. And those are just some of the things that I know are obtainable.
Okay.
And I believe that because it affects everybody, that I'll get the support that I would need down in Columbus from the Republicans.
Okay. So you are in a very tight race.
Yes.
And why should these districts vote for Charlotte Perkins to be their next state representative?
They should vote for me because I care. I care. I've been a businesswoman for 28 years. You don't become a businesswoman for 28 years not knowing how to conduct business.
Hey.
And when I go into meetings to conduct business, they don't look like me. They don't. And I've been successful. I own my building. One of the best things that we did recently, we provided all the security for the Superman movie when it was here in Cleveland.
Really?
Yes, we did.
I think that was Superman Day that had came and went sometime soon, or is it here? But yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, well, we did all the security when it was filmed in here a couple years ago.
Okay.
And that was huge.
So you, with these businesses and everything, so you are familiar with working along the lines with other people and other parties, correct?
That is correct.
So the biggest issue right now is the education of children as far as the school closings and things of that nature, especially here in the city of Cleveland.
Yes.
And the education. How would you get better education down in the State House in Columbus to bring it back to your district? Keep going.
Okay, one thing, we have, I think, give a perfect example, Collinwood, which is closing.
Right.
They have, I do believe, a vocational area there that's not being used. How can you have these auto body and mechanics, and just give you an example, and not use them? This is why the kids aren't interested in coming to school, because we're not offering them anything at all. We need to ask our youth, what would you like? Now I realize that you have to do, math, history. Yeah, they're not even doing history
English.
like they used to.
Right.
English. I realize you have to do all of that, but we need to find out what our children are interested in. Everybody may not be college material, but we need to. They can be trained to do other things. And right now, we're not offering the kids anything in the schools. It's terrible. When I was in school, we had different things. We had vocation. You had college prep classes, and then you had vocational classes. You had auto stuff. You had cosmetology. You had all types of things. Auto body, auto mechanics. I said that. Just different things. And we're not offering these kids that kind of stuff. Drafting. And we need to bring those things into the school system. Also, we pay taxes, and our taxes spread out to all types of schools. We need that money for the Cleveland school system.
Okay. So what is the biggest problem that you see in the State House right now?
The biggest problem I see, that we need to have more Democrats there.
That's number one.
Yes. We're not getting bills passed that we need to get passed. And we've got to work with them. I realize that is their thing, is their ball game or whatever, but we have to, it's a give and take. So when we are down there, we need to find out what their interests are. And maybe, side with them so that they'll side with us. But we have got to learn how to work with them.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we all have things that we desire. I'm sure they're not, especially the rural areas. They're upset now. And we have to learn how to just work together. And I believe I can work with them.
Okay. And the thing about it is like what is your strongest suit as far as, because we know you a leader, with the businesses and everything. So what is your strongest suit as a leader?
My strongest suit as a leader, I'm honest. You may not maybe want to hear what I'm saying, but I'm very honest. And I know how to conduct business.
So
Let's see.
you're honest, you know how to conduct
I
business.
know how to conduct business, and I care. I think that we've lost how to care about people. This thing is sliding off my head. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yes. And we don't care anymore for our community, and we should. And I care maybe too deeply, but I care about what happens to the people in our community. I care about the elders. I care about our children. I care about the homeless, people who are addicted to drugs. I just would love for the different areas in the district to thrive. And we're not thriving, and we need to.
Exactly. So there's three things that usually the community, especially the African American community, are concerned about. First of all, education, healthcare, and crime. Reducing crime
And food.
And food. Well, so which one of those would you combat first when you win and go down the state? Because you still have to go past the primary and to the general.
Yes. I would say crime. I would like, and I won't say that's number one, but I'm going to talk about that right now. We need to, and maybe some people may disagree with me, but we need to provide more resources in our police department. And I say that because there are different units that are no longer in existence. We don't have a juvenile unit. We don't have an auto theft unit. We don't have a fraud unit. All those things are affecting crime. I had some fraud that happened to me personally, and I thought we still had a fraud unit, but we do not. So you've got a detective that's doing auto theft. He's doing thefts, burglaries. And who's helping the person who just had some fraud against them? Nobody. There used to be a specific unit that would take care of that. There was an auto theft unit that knew where all the chop shops were. They don't have that. Those are the kind of resources. When I went to the 3rd District to make a police report, I was there for almost 2 hours.
Really?
2 hours.
Dang.
Because there was not enough people there to make the reports. Because there were a slew of people, we just had to wait.
Okay.
So we need to have more resources there. We also, another thing, as I said before, our elderly. Our elderly, they need more resources. For those elderly people who own their homes, a lot of them in the inner city don't have homeowners insurance. They do not. When I canvassed, I found that out. I just couldn't believe it. So if they've been in their home for 40 years, if it burns up, they have nothing.
Wow.
The homeowner insurance, the companies, they will take a drone and fly them over your home and tell you, oh, you need a new roof. You have 30 days to contract with someone. Who has that kind of money? And I know this because it happened to me.
Wow.
So the same things that I'm fighting for are the same things that What happens to me happens to the community. I've lived it. And those are the type of things that I would like to take care of.
Right.
SNAP benefits.
Exactly.
You know, it's just terrible. We need more food pantries. We just do. People are starving. Children are not getting fed. They get fed maybe when they go to school to have breakfast and lunch, but they're not being fed.
Right.
And those are the things that are dear to me, very dear to me.
All right. We're going to take our first break. Before we go to break, and I see that the studious Pastor Aaron Phillips is in the studio with us. I'd like to shout him out. Thank you very much for coming. And how can people donate to your campaign? How can people walk with you, volunteer, things of that nature? How can people do that?
We have a website.
What's that website?
Charlotte Perkins, Ohio.org.
CharlottePerkinsOhio.org. They
Yes.
get all the information there.
And we have Act Blue.
Okay.
And you write your checks to the committee to elect Charlotte Perkins.
Okay.
P.O. Box 10167, Cleveland, Ohio 44110.
All right. That's what's up. So we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to ask Charlotte about working with the political people in the community. And this is Aretha Franklin. I need some respect. Put some respect on my name. Respect. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. We'll be right back on the Headline Eye on Nerve DJs after this message.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Cleveland, this is it. DJ Ellery presents the Cleveland Ultimate White Party, Saturday, July 11th, 2026. This is not just another white party. This is the event everyone has been waiting for and we'll be talking about all summer. And it all takes place at the Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. This is not just another white party. This is the event everyone's been waiting for. Pay attention. A nationally known artist will be announced later. 30 and over only. Majority white attire mandatory. No majority white, no entry, no exceptions, no refunds. Tickets $50 in advance, $60 at the door before 7 p.m. and higher after 7 p.m. $325 two-seat high-top tables includes 2 tickets and 1 bottle of champagne. 10-seat premier exclusive tables includes 10 tickets and 1 bottle of champagne, $750. Early ticket purchase is strongly suggested and highly recommended because when you mention DJ Ellery, the name alone brings the whole city out.
This is WNRV
What's up? It's your girl, Arthur Ivy Lee. Tune into the Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
What do you get when you take two witty nerds and two of the best pair of hands since Technique's 1200s? Or better yet, Grandma's fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and greens on Sunday after church. Hallelujah! Then for dessert, the dopest blend of classic R&B and hip-hop joints all whipped up in one big sexy mixing bowl. You know what you get? The Party and Bull Show. That's right. Heard 7 days a week. Make sure you check your station for days and times. It ain't what you used to, and it's better than what you thought. It's the most unprepared show on the planet. You never know what we gonna say or who's gonna stop by. It's the Party and Bull Show with Dave Tolliver, Tiffany Nicole, DJ Cochise, and DJ Deuce, aka the Final Four. Turn it up in the whip, turn it up loud on Saturday while you cleaning. We the best, and I ain't talking about DJ Khaled. We up and we on. Check your stations for days and times. Party and Bull-ish, cause everybody loves a party, and Bull-ish ain't always bad. Holla, yeah man.
This is WNRV 108.1.
I said upside down, you're turning me. You're giving love instinctively. Round and round, you're turning me. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round. Instinctively, you give to me the love that I need. I cherish the moments with you. Respectfully, I say to thee, I'm aware that you're cheating when no one makes me feel like you do. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round. I know you got charm and appeal. You always play the field. I'm crazy to think you're all mine. As long as the sun continues to shine.
All right, we're back. That is the legendary Miss Diana Ross. Upside down. That's one of my mama and daddy's favorite performers and singers. So, out of memory for them. We're back on the Headline Eye on Nerve DJs with Miss Charlotte Perkins, who is running for State Rep District 20. How are you feeling so far about this race, Charlotte?
Feeling pretty good. And something I should have added also is that I'm a fighter.
Okay.
I've had to fight to get where I have gotten. It hasn't been easy, but I'm a fighter, and I don't give up.
Right.
As you can see.
I had to fight all my life. That color purple light. I gotta watch that soon. By the way, speaking of fight, game one of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Toronto Raptors, they are in the playoffs against Toronto. 1 o'clock. Check your streaming stations. So, and WrestleMania 1 and 2 Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be a good sports weekend. Also, if you're going to the Nelson on 92nd, 9222 Nelson Drive, they're going to have a barbecue where all the candidates are going to be there on the 18th. I think it starts at noon. Shout out to Mr. Stokes as far as the Nelson and everything else like that. But you, back to you. Mm-hmm. You are, where do you get your motivation from? Because a lot of people, run races, they're tiring. You've done this before. Where does your motivation come from?
I'm not going to give up. My motivation, I come from a family of entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. And my grandmothers, they were strong women. My dad, his brothers, strong people. And we have a lot of pride. Mm-hmm. And we just don't give up. When we want something, we want to keep going until we get it. And that's what I plan on doing.
So, we see leadership in the White House, and being nice as I can be, it's unstable. What do you think about what's going on at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with everything that's going on right now in the country, and especially this war on Iran?
It's very unstable, and we're in the predicament we're in now because we're not voting. If we had voted, we would not be here. People feel like, oh, my vote doesn't count. But a no vote is a vote for that other person. And that's why we're where we are now. This has been a terrible, terrible time for us. And it's a war that we should not be in. And everything is being cut. Mm-hmm. And like I said, if we voted, we would not be in this predicament.
So pretty much you're saying that silence is compliance by not voting, correct?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And then we comply. I've done voter registration, and I just could not believe how many people just didn't want to vote. And then you have those who are registered who don't vote. When I couldn't wait to vote when I turned 18. I was already in college at 17, and I could not vote. When our professor went around the class and asked everybody, my reason was I wasn't old enough. But now, at 17, if you're 18 by the time the general comes in November, you can vote. Couldn't do that when I was registered, when I became 18.
Oh. What college did you go to?
Kent State. Mm-hmm. Criminal justice, of course.
Of course. So, and then, and that's why you're like, is crime your expertise?
I know a lot about it. I initially wanted to be a probation officer, but they got a job working for the Department of Youth Services. So I worked at Calgary Hills Boys School for about 3.5 years. Then I had maybe taken the police exam maybe a year or so before that, and then they called me, and I said, well, okay, let me do this now. But I enjoyed working with the youth.
Okay. So if you were not, like pretty much you have your own security company.
Yes.
If you did not have your own security company, would you be somewhere in law enforcement?
Probably, I may have gone to law school.
Okay.
But I like dealing with people. I truly do. I want to see people succeed. When people come to my office, and when I get young people that come to my office, I try to tell them that they need to do something else, because security is not for everyone. Being a security guard is not for everyone. Maybe they want to be a police officer. But I try, and especially if you come to my office, you haven't finished school, I encourage you to go back to school to at least get your diploma or your GED.
Right.
But I do that. That's what I think I'd probably still doing what I'm doing. I don't know. I think that whatever. Like for me, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Okay. All right. So, you're going to be giving that up a little bit, going back and forth to the State House when you win. So.
But I've got it all worked out. I've had a young man that's been with me for probably about 20 years, over 20 years. And he's going to take over with the day-to-day.
Okay.
And, you're down there for three, maybe 4 days out of the week, and you come back here. And I'm going to make sure that there's space in my building for the community. When they need something that I can help them with as a state rep, they can come to 79th and Superior, 7800 Superior.
Okay.
That will be our office.
So that would be your office in Cleveland, the same
Yes.
place you have the security. Okay.
Exactly. We've got the space.
Okay. So you would open it up to the community when you win, correct?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
Of course.
That means you ain't got to rent nothing now. You ain't got to spend no extra money. Like, I'm still paying on the eggs. I got 2 months to go. I'm just kidding. Maybe I am, maybe I ain't. Gas prices is high. So the thing is that you are prepared to go down to the State House and fight for the people, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes. Somebody's got to go down there and fight for them. And I want to bring back resources. And I want to do legislature, do policy. I'm just not going to go down there just sitting on my butt.
Okay. So so the outgoing state rep, Terrence Upchurch, he's been there, he's termed out. Is there anything that, have you talked to the person that's leaving, or have you talked to him about what's going on in the state, or have you talked to anybody down there as far as, the state?
I've talked to Juanita Brent.
Okay.
I've talked to her, and I've also talked to Sandra Williams, who used to had that position some time ago. So I have talked to a couple of women.
Okay. And what advice did they give you? Or what did you pick up from them as far as their positions down there?
That we provide resources for the art museum, which is all over here. Those type of art museums, science museum, all that stuff. All those museums. We provide resources. They've They've given money to the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center. Those are things that I've discussed with them, how to do policy, how to do legislature. They've given me quite a lot of information on what I have to do. And also told me, make sure I get to know the other. Make sure I know those Republicans. Mm-hmm. Because you have to get to know them in order to get some things accomplished.
Right. So, speaking of get things accomplished, within your area, you will be dealing with a lot of city council people, and some county council people. How would you work together with them to get things accomplished in their communities?
I am developing a relationship with Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones, and I think that is wonderful. I get along with Councilman Starr.
Okay.
And Councilman Conwell.
Okay.
I have relationships with Conwell. We went to Kent together too. Well,
okay, that's what's up.
We went to Kent.
Y'all went to
Not
Kent together. Not together, but y'all
right,
went to
we
Kent.
went to Kent. And I've talked with all three of them about different things.
Okay. Speaking of Stephanie House Jones, I got to give her and Council President Blaine Gervin a shout out for New Voice of Reproductive Justice with Black Women Maternal Health Week. Speaking of Black Women Maternal Health Week, how much we talk about healthcare? How much does healthcare play a part in the African American community to you?
It plays a huge part because we don't have enough healthcare. We need to make sure that our young people are getting the type of medical coverage that they need, medical education, healthcare education. We need to make sure that happens. It's not happening right now. I'm glad they've got Birthing Beautifuls. That's going to come in they're putting up that building now. And we still have teen pregnancies. Mm-hmm. We still have, and we have to provide services for our young women. Okay. And I think it'll, like I said, play a huge part. But we've got to educate our people, our young people. We've got young mothers. Some of them don't know how to be mothers. We need to educate them. And the only way is to bring resources back here for that.
Speaking of resources, we did have the East Side Market unfortunately closed down it was a week ago on actually 105 in St. Clair and that area. How would you as state rep the biggest thing is bringing resources back to the communities that you serve. How would you do that when you're down at the State House?
I think that it's terrible that there's no market there, and they need one.
Yeah.
That's what you would call as was a food desert.
Yeah.
We have to make sure we have the right people running those types of places. I'm not saying that the person that was managing it wasn't doing a good job. He was. A wonderful job. If you've ever been there, they have this state-of-the-art kitchen. And I hope that we do something with that, because there are young people that may want to become chefs or whatever. It's state-of-the-art. It's nice. Eastside Market was clean. They did a good job of preparing food for people. They just didn't get, I think, enough, I don't want to say community, but on the whole, I think they didn't get enough help.
Okay. They didn't. And I actually, even though I don't live on the other side of town, I usually go to the East Side Market to shop, to show my support and things of that nature. Foot traffic is always important. Speaking of foot traffic, and how would you get your legislation or across, and what communities are you looking to join once you get down there?
Well, being a state rep for District 20, it covers everything. All of the different areas, East Side, a few West Side communities. I would have to work with everyone in order to get some of the things I would like to have accomplished. And like I said, I would have to work with the councilman, Starr, Conwell, Stephanie House Jones, Blaine Griffin, Dolores Gray, Kevin Bishop, Polensik. It covers all of that. And the only way we're going to get anything accomplished is to work together. And I believe that all those council people have their community's best interests at heart.
So that's what's up. So what about committees you want to join once you get down to the State House? The committees that you want to join?
There's quite a few committees that I would like to join. But when I first get there, I want to get my feet wet. I just want to kind of look around and get to know what's going on down there. I don't want to just go jump on a committee. I think I need to study all of them.
Okay.
Before I decide. I have some things in mind. I just don't want to divulge them right now. But I need to know the lay of the land first.
All right. So we asked all the impertinent questions. So the thing about it is, what is a fun fact that voters do not know about Charlotte Perkins?
I'm family oriented.
Really?
I am. I'm family oriented. I like to do things with my family. I'm very family oriented. Okay. I'm trying to think what else is a fun fact about me.
Yeah.
I like to dance.
Really?
Yeah, I love to dance.
You line dance?
Oh, yes, I like.
You line dance?
Yes, I do.
Electric slide?
And all the other ones.
Trans Euro?
You going back a bit.
Hey!
No. She definitely got her fan. You better believe that, Larry.
Right, she got the fans.
Yeah, where them fans at?
Where them fans at? You know what? Every time I hear that song, it's like...
Do you know how to do the Tamia dance?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
She got some
yeah.
rhythm. Say that, she got rhythm.
Yeah.
She got rhythm.
Mike, turn it on. She got rhythm.
Right.
She got rhythm.
Yes, I do. I have rhythm. I do. I also help out with my church.
Okay.
We do clothing drives, food. We do a food drive there on Saturdays. I want to say it's either the third or fourth Saturday. I'm not real sure, but I'm probably too active. I don't want to just sit at home and do nothing. So I think I'm very involved.
Okay.
I'm on, and I go to St. Aloysius.
Okay.
And St. Aloysius Women's Group is having a fashion show this Saturday. It's a fashion show tea.
Fashion show tea. That means
Yes.
you got the tea and watch the fashion and the runway.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I think that, being involved in community is very important, especially being a person that's saying, oh, you want our vote every 2 years, every 4 years, and we don't see you. And we got voter apathy. How do we combat this voter apathy of people not voting?
We need to educate people on voting. Our primaries have such a low turnout because I believe that sometimes people don't understand that the primary sets the tone for the general. They don't know that. They just think they just need to vote. But you have to educate. The NAACP used to have I used to belong to the, we did voter registration, we did all that kind of stuff. But every year we would provide busing from kids from different schools. They would all meet at Tri-City. We would have different political people that would be there speaking to them. And we were trying to educate them on voting, social justice, things like that, in hopes that they would take that information home to their parents and get their parents to vote. But I think, and I know, that we need more voter education. People don't even know sometimes where their districts are. You can just go down, you can online, go to the Cuyahoga Board of Elections, go to Maps and Data, put your address in there, and it will tell you what district you belong to, what your precinct is, what ward you're in. It'll tell you all of that. And we need to just educate people in that. The voting laws have changed, and we need to make sure that everybody knows that. Whether you're black, white, it doesn't make a difference. It's going to affect all of us. And I would hate that all the work that John Lewis did is going to go on the wayside. I would just hate that. And I've always believed that voting is important. Our ancestors knew what that was about back in the 60s. They knew how important it was. And also, in Ohio, felons can vote. If you have served your time, you can vote.
Right. So
we have there's a group, UMADOT. They rent a space in my building, and they have different programs for felons. They have programs for young people. They need to stop down there, 79th and Superior, and they welcome anybody. And also, I have to give a shout out to Dion's Restaurant too. They're in the building too.
shout out to Dion. What's the best thing you had from Dion?
They're oh God, it's like a steak or something.
Okay.
It's, I can't think of the name of it, but it's got a lot of different things on it.
Anybody?
Peppers, onions. It's called oh my gosh, Philly steak.
Philly steak.
Yeah.
All right, Pastor Phillips, I want a Philly steak from Dion's tomorrow. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm hungry. But still.
Well, they're open.
Oh, they open now?
They're open now. Today's Tuesday.
Okay, that's what's up. When they close?
They close on Mondays.
Okay. What time they close?
I'm not sure. It might close about midnight, but on
Yeah,
the
she don't
weekends
work
they
for
open till
Dion.
about 4. Right, I don't work for Dion's. Right.
I'm hungry.
She's a busy woman.
But
You
they're
asking her
open.
with a restaurant
They're
closed.
open. You tell them I sent you.
Okay, thank you. But I understand that. All right, so you have been through everything. You have ran your own businesses and still running them sharply. Anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur or wants to run for a political seat, what advice would you give them, Charlotte?
If you want to run a business, you need to take some courses in accounting. You need to take some and some a couple other business courses. There is a 10,000 small businesses. It's a program that's through Tri-C. I would suggest every entrepreneur start there. If you can get in that program, it's a wonderful program. It's something that I wish I had 28 years ago. If you want to go into politics, you need to become very active in your communities. Let the community know who you are. Make sure you what else can I say? Just like I said, just get to know your community. Mm-hmm. Don't give up. Keep going, and that would be my advice. The best councilwoman we had was Miss Fannie Lewis.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the great ones.
Yes, when I first moved to this area, I could call her and she would get it done. I think everyone should aspire to be her because she fought for the people. She truly did.
Amen to that. So, we lost a person, Bill Pittman.
Yes.
Rest in peace to him. Passed away. So I'm sending my condolences to his family from here at the Inline Eye and Nerve DJ. So, I met him before. Was a studious, always smiling, even when in the hardest days. And when you lose somebody like that or inspiration to others, then you in turn become the inspiration to somebody else. You just don't know it yet. Because if it, the thing about it is if you follow in the footsteps or even do the work in the community and working with people who are disadvantaged and disenfranchised and want something, then you become that change. Be the change that you seek, pretty much. So before we go,
and we also lost Hilton Smith.
Yes.
Hilton Smith was an advocate for African American businesses.
I did. I think I talked about Hilton Smith a couple of shows ago, but I got to bring that back up. Rest in peace to Mr. Hilton Smith. And every time I see him, always great advice, everything else like that. I did not go to the ceremony, but I did go to the and the thing about it is the viewing of Hilton Smith.
I was there.
It was it looked like it could have been a ceremony for anybody else. That's how many people were there. So
that's very true.
Yeah. So rest in peace to both these pioneers, and we step up everything. So before we go, give your information as far as how can people donate, volunteer, get a T-shirt. See Pastor Phillips is sporting yours right now. They're letting that nice blue and white T-shirt. How can people, get one of those and walk with you?
CharlottePerkinsOhio.org. You could always stop at my office, 7800 Superior, Cleveland, on the corner of East 79th and Superior. I P.O. Box 10167, Cleveland 44110. When you write your checks, committee to elect Charlotte Perkins.
All right, that's what's up.
And I'm at my office. Stop up.
Okay, stop up and see her. Shout out to everybody. You want to give a couple of shout outs before we get out of here?
I'd like to give a shout out to the Perkins family,
Hey.
my son, Aaron Hainsworth, Reverend Cavanis, Marcia McCoy, am I missing anybody? And my husband.
Besides your husband, you got one person over there. I've been saying his name all
You know
day.
what? I was getting ready to say his name. Pastor Aaron Phillips.
Shorehouse Baptist. Pastor Aaron Phillips of Shorehouse Baptist Church. You can't forget him or your husband. Especially your husband.
Especially my husband.
You might get locked out your buildings. You forget your husband. Shout out to Mr. Perkins. I'm gonna say it for you.
No, Mr. Guyton.
Oh, Mr. Guyton.
I've only been remarried for a little over a year.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Guyton.
Mitchell Guyton.
Mitchell Guyton.
That's right.
Shout out to Mitchell Guyton. Shout out to, and I'm saying it for don't like she got a race to run. Blame it on her head, not her heart. I'm just making sure.
That's right. That's right.
We ain't like that's funny. All right, so
I'm gonna get in trouble.
hey, Mr. Guyton, I like Mitchell Guyton. I'm saying it for you. And I'm saving you over here.
Saving
like
me. Yes,
you got your husband and Pastor Phillips. He's sitting right there
Saving me.
in
You
front of
said
you.
that right. You said that right. I'm gonna be in trouble.
All right, man.
It's gonna be good trouble.
It's gonna be good trouble.
That's right.
It's been a long day. It has.
Yes, it has. I've been up since 5 o'clock. It's been a very long day.
And you've been campaigning since when? 6?
No, about 5.
5?
5.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to get back and do it tomorrow because this race is.
It's coming up May 5th.
May 5th. Early voting has already started, ladies and gentlemen. And then May 5th is the primary election, so your candidates can go to November in the general, of course, in first Tuesday in November. So the thing about it is we also have a governor's race. I'm going to bring up something, and that I'm not even I don't even want to bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway before we get out of here. So back in 2019, we already know that Dr. Amy Acton is running for governor against Vivek Ramsaway, the MAGA fool. But the thing about it is somebody brought up that Dr. Amy Acton and her husband got into a domestic dispute back in 2019. There was a police report out. Here's my problem with this thing. We bring up her side, but we don't bring up what he's done wrong, if anything. Why should this come up? Because in each and everybody's life, especially when you're married or if you're with your partner for a while, if there's disagreements, sometimes disagreements happen. And it was just a precautionary tale. Now, should we get mad at the Democrats for not spinning this? But the thing about it is like when somebody digs up dirt, it's for the other party's benefit. Just letting you know. Otherwise than that, if Dr. I'm just going to let you in on a little secret, people. If Dr. Acton wasn't a threat, this would have never came up.
That's very true.
Period. It would have never came up. Just letting you know right now, it would have never came up. You would have never heard about it. The thing about it is that she scaled us through the pandemic in 2020 with all the stuff going on, everybody getting sick and dying and stuff like that, tried to steer us through there. It didn't come up then. And then with now that she's running for one of the highest seat in Ohio, now it comes up. Yeah. I don't tennis that, period. If it happened, it happened. She's still with her husband, by the way, so whatever. I'm sick of these people trying to bring stuff up, trying to tear somebody down. Meanwhile, we got a whole madman in office.
Exactly.
I'm tired of it. I'm like, gets on my nerves. But we got to get out of here because everybody tired. It's dang near. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock. I got to get home and everything else like that. So we're going to get out of here. If nobody touches that they love you today, I do. bless everybody. I'm leaving with an upbeat song. This is Shaka Khan. I feel for you. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here. Till next week.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Let me rock it, it's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, let me rock Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, got the feel for you, feel for you. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, it's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, 'cause I feel for you. Feel for you.